Manchester United versus Bournemouth, why Bryan Mbeumo will miss out. It's headline news for Manchester United fans. Bryan Mbeumo will definitely miss the upcoming match against Bournemouth, and this decision is stirring discussions everywhere. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite being a fresh signing, Mbeumo isn't yet ready to step onto the pitch, raising questions about his fitness and adjustment period. Let's dive into the details you need to know. Manchester United are gearing up to face Bournemouth in their second match of the Premier League Summer Series, held this time in Chicago, USA. However, club management has confirmed that Bryan Mbeumo won't feature in this game. This setback results from Mbeumo still working his way back to full fitness after a late arrival from Brentford, his previous club. To give some background, Mbeumo arrived just in time for United's pre-season tour across the United States, but missed the opener against West Ham in New Jersey due to that very late arrival. Ruben Amorim, United's manager, shared a candid update about Mbeumo's situation during a chat with MUTV. He said, "He will not play in the next match against Bournemouth. We hope to see Bryan on the pitch during the final game of the tour against Everton. He's currently in training, so we'll monitor his progress." That final match is scheduled for August 3rd at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, where United will face Everton to wrap up their U.S. visit. Amorim indicated that Mbeumo is earmarked for this fixture, suggesting the club is giving him ample time to reach competitive readiness. Why is Mbeumo playing catch-up? Unlike Manchester United, who began their preseason training early, Brentford started theirs a week later. When Mbeumo joined United's camp, he focused on gym workouts only, deliberately avoiding on-field physical exertion to minimize injury risks, especially given his enthusiasm to join Manchester United. This cautious approach underscores the importance placed on his long-term health and performance potential. In conversations with the press while on tour, Mbeumo reflected on his bold career move. "Manchester is a huge club with a wonderful opportunity. I'm someone who enjoys challenges, and I found the project at Manchester very exciting. Although I spoke to various managers to hear out their visions, what Manchester United offered really resonated with me. Amorim told me, we aim to win, and we want to be the best team. That outlook really clicked with my ambitions." He further added, "The dialogue we had was positive and constructive. The clarity about the team's goals and how I fit into them was compelling. Playing on the world's biggest stages is every player's dream, and Old Trafford is definitely one of those legendary venues. Playing here every couple of weeks, that's truly special. Here at the Manchester Evening News, we're passionate about delivering top-notch coverage and insightful analysis of Manchester United. To stay updated with all the breaking news and expert commentary, we invite you to join our free WhatsApp group, where every major development arrives straight at your fingertips. For those who prefer a digest format, our free newsletter service sends out the day's most important United stories, curated so you never miss a beat. If you love in-depth discussions, be sure to check out our Manchester is Red podcast, featuring shows like The Samuel Luckhurst Show and The Midweek Debate. Available on every popular podcast platform, including Spotify and Apple Podcasts. These programs offer expert insights on all things Manchester United. Plus, you can watch along via our YouTube channel for an even richer experience. So here's a question to ponder. Given that Bryan Mbeumo is currently out as he gets up to speed, do you think Ruben Amorim's cautious approach with his fitness is wise for the long-term success of the team? Or should the club have integrated him sooner to start building chemistry right away? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your opinions in the comments below and join the conversation. After all, debate is what makes football so fascinating. Bryan Mbeumo on joining Manchester United? There is a very good project here. Bryan Mbeumo shares how Ruben Amorim convinced him to join Manchester United, stating there is a very good project here. In light of Bryan Mbeumo's passion for chess, it's no wonder he remained calm while waiting for Manchester United to make their next move in the drawn-out transfer negotiations with Brentford. As the two clubs engaged in a contentious back and forth regarding Mbeumo's transfer fee, the player himself exhibited remarkable patience. Confident that the situation would resolve favorably, he firmly believed that his transfer to Old Trafford was destined to happen. "I always trust the people around me," he expressed during his first interview with the media as a United player. "Transfer windows can feel lengthy or brief, so it's essential to remain patient and maintain a positive outlook. I was on holiday, focusing on resting both mentally and physically, and I thought if it was meant to be, it would happen. I was sure it would. Manchester is a prestigious club, and I see this as a fantastic opportunity. I thrive on challenges, and there's an impressive project unfolding in Manchester that I wanted to be a part of." Tottenham Hotspur, now under the management of Thomas Frank, Mbeumo's former coach at Brentford, also expressed interest, as did Newcastle United. Both clubs hinted at making substantial offers. However, it was Ruben Amorim who painted a compelling vision for Mbeumo. He said, "We are people who enjoy winning, and we aim to be the best team, and that's exactly what we will strive for." Our conversation was very friendly and productive. He laid out his vision for the team and what he wanted to achieve, and I really connected with that. I did speak with other managers to hear their plans, but Manchester United's project resonated with me the most. The allure of Old Trafford was another significant factor. You aspire to play on the grandest stages globally, and Old Trafford is undoubtedly one of them. Being able to play here every 2 weeks is monumental. Andre Onana, Mbeumo's teammate on the Cameroon national team, also played a role in his decision. I spoke with him, and he encouraged me to join. It's always reassuring to have someone like him around. The negotiation process between Brentford and United spanned 44 days, with offers fluctuating from £45 million plus £10 million to £65 million plus £6 million. During this time, Mbeumo made his intentions clear to his former club, expressing his desire to sign with Manchester United and reiterating this mindset when he reported back for pre-season training on July 14th. Mbeumo was seen with his new club, Manchester United, in New Jersey last week. While he participated in a few gym sessions, he did not engage in any pitch activities with Brentford as negotiations intensified, leaving him about 2 weeks behind his new teammates, who returned to Carrington on July 7th. He missed the match against West Ham United on Sunday in New Jersey and will also be absent from Thursday's friendly against Bournemouth in Chicago as he works on his match fitness. Amorim hopes to include him in the final game of United's U.S. tour against Everton in Atlanta on Sunday. In the meantime, he's focusing on additional endurance training. One of his drills on Monday involved joining a group of younger players who have also seen limited action, where they practiced dribbling into crossing positions, sprinting back at high speed, and then jogging to recover. Outside of these rigorous activities, the 25-year-old Mbeumo has presented a more introspective demeanor, contrasting with the vibrant personality of Matheus Cunha. His fondness for chess is evident once again. Chess, while not a physical game, requires a lot of thought, Mbeumo explains. In football, you also need to think strategically. When playing chess, you can anticipate moves ahead because it's a game of strategy. Similarly, in football, you have your own strategies, allowing you to connect the two. I wouldn't say I'm exceptionally skilled, but on chess.com, my rating is around 800. According to chess.com, a rating of 800 indicates a player who grasps basic opening principles, can recognize some tactical patterns, and understands endgame techniques. These skills align well with a head coach like Amorim, who emphasizes building from the back, drilling players on precise positioning, and aiming for more goals this season. Mbeumo adds, "There was a time when I was deeply invested in chess. I watched training videos on YouTube and practiced using an app. I believe it's beneficial for the brain, allowing you to develop new skills. Since I'm engaged in football daily, I sometimes lack the time to cultivate other skills. I enjoy creativity and similar pursuits. I watched Queen's Gambit and it was fantastic. I haven't seen the Magnus Carlsen documentary yet, but perhaps I should check it out. Playing online is anonymous. I have a username, and you can choose a nickname to play against random opponents, using my own chessboard for the games. I've heard that Josh Zirkzee plays chess, so I might challenge him and bring my chessboard along." Mbeumo was seen with Manchester United's director of football, Jason Wilcox, after signing with the club. Understanding Amorim's tactical approach is a crucial aspect of Mbeumo's pre-season preparation. He has demonstrated versatility at Brentford, playing as a right winger in a 4-3-3 formation or as a forward in a 3-5-2 setup. He is expected to take on the right-sided number 10 role in Amorim's 3-4-2-1 formation, but is also open to playing as a center forward or even as a right wing-back if he swaps positions with Ahmad during matches. In today's football, adaptability is key, and you must be capable of playing in various positions beyond what you might consider your strongest, he states. While I primarily played as a winger at Brentford, I don't confine myself to one specific position where I excel. I also played as a number 10 or even as a number 9. This experience will benefit me since I've played in numerous formations before. However, it's different now because it's a new chapter and each season brings its own challenges. Mbeumo netted 20 goals in the Premier League last season and is not shy about his aspirations for the upcoming season. As a forward, it's crucial to leave your mark on the game, whether by assisting others in scoring or finding the net yourself. I hold myself to high standards and refuse to set limits on my potential. Amorim will be hoping that Mbeumo can bring the adventurous spirit he displayed at Brentford to United. We believed we could win every match, Mbeumo recalls. We aimed to play without fear of the names on the opposing team and just focus on our game. Interestingly, the only time Mbeumo feels nervous is when he plays the piano, another intellectual pursuit of his. The piano isn't directly related to football. It allows me to take time for myself and unwind. However, I'm not particularly fond of playing in front of others. Yet, he performs in front of thousands of fans weekly. It's amusing how different it feels, he remarks. Even when I play the piano for a few friends at home, I don't feel shaky, but it's still a bit daunting. I'm self-taught and not too shabby. Would he muster the courage to perform for his initiation song? Maybe. We'll see. Top photo, Bryan Mbeumo training in Chicago, Illinois on Monday. By Ash Donnellan, Manchester United via Getty Images. Laurie Whitwell has been a journalist for the Daily Mail since 2010, covering Midlands football for the past 5 years, including Leicester's remarkable Premier League victory. He was nominated for the Sports Scoop of the Year at the 2019 SJAs for breaking Wayne Rooney's transfer to DC United. He will be reporting on Manchester United for The Athletic. Follow Laurie on Twitter @LaurieWhitwell. Bryan Mbeumo, the chess-playing star of Manchester United. Last season, he netted 20 goals in the Premier League, making him a key target for United's head coach, Ruben Amorim, who is eager to implement his tactical vision. A commitment to the United project. Mbeumo was drawn to the project at Manchester United. Although he had discussions with other clubs, his desire to play at Old Trafford remains steadfast. Even during the lengthy negotiations, He felt confident that the deal would go through, trusting the people around him to facilitate his desired move. In typical fashion for a new signing, Mbeumo answered questions about his transition. However, when the conversation shifted to his love for the piano and chess, his enthusiasm became evident. Unlike fellow footballer Michelle Agaming, who took her piano to Switzerland to play daily, Mbeumo prefers to keep his musical talent more private. "I taught myself to play, and I think I'm decent at it," he remarked. "Playing the piano isn't directly related to football. It simply allows me to unwind and enjoy some personal time." While it might seem like a perfect opportunity to perform for his new teammates, Mbeumo is hesitant. "We'll see how it goes. The truth is, I'm not fond of playing in front of others." Chess, a parallel to football. Mbeumo has heard that his teammate, Dutch forward Joshua Zirkzee, enjoys chess, and he might bring his chessboard along to challenge him. For now, most of his chess games occur online, where he prefers to remain anonymous. "I have a username for that. You pick a nickname and play against random opponents. I use my own chessboard while playing," he explained. He modestly rates his skills, stating, "I'm not exceptionally good, but my chess.com rating is around 800. At first glance, chess and football may seem worlds apart, given the strategic depth required in both. However, Mbeumo argues that the similarities are more profound than one might assume. This sentiment is echoed by others in the sport. For instance, Crystal Palace's Eberechi Eze recently won £15,000 in a 4-day amateur chess tournament, highlighting the growing intersection between sports and strategy games. Even though chess isn't physical, it requires a lot of mental effort, Mbeumo noted. In football, you also need to think critically. Chess allows you to anticipate moves, much like strategizing in football. They share a common thread of strategy. "There was a time when I was deeply invested in chess. I watched instructional videos on YouTube and practiced using an app. It's excellent for mental agility and skill development, focusing on fitness and future goals." Currently, Mbeumo is dedicated to getting fit. His former club, Brentford, was not scheduled to resume training until a week after United's squad. So he has primarily focused on gym workouts instead of participating in team sessions. This has left him slightly behind in fitness compared to his new teammates, which is why he missed the recent match against West Ham. Amorim has confirmed that Mbeumo will also miss the upcoming game against Bournemouth. However, he may make his debut in the final match of the Premier League Summer Series against Everton on August 3rd. Mbeumo is unfazed by the wait for his first appearance. "My primary goal is to ensure I'm ready for the season's start, so I will continue to work hard," he stated. The season opener against Arsenal at Old Trafford will be followed by a challenging match against Fulham. Although United has a solid record at Craven Cottage, it has proven to be a tough venue for them in recent years. Mbeumo's former team, Brentford, has been particularly challenging, winning 2 and drawing 1 of their last 3 encounters. Mbeumo himself scored in one of those matches, contributing to a 4-0 victory in August 2022, which triggered a flurry of transfer activity for United. This season, United aims to rectify past mistakes, with Chief Executive Omar Barada and Technical Director Jason Wilcox leading the charge. Mbeumo, along with fellow new signing Matheus Cunha, fits seamlessly into Amorim's preferred 3-5-2-1 formation as one of the 2 attacking midfielders. Both players were attracted to a vision that extends beyond the current season, which lacks European competition. Unlike offers from clubs like Newcastle and Tottenham, managed by Mbeumo's former coach at Brentford, Thomas Frank. "I did speak with other clubs to understand their plans. But Manchester United's vision resonated with me the most," he explained. Ruben Amorim emphasizes that we are winners who aspire to be the best, and that's our goal. "I thrive on challenges, and Manchester United is a prestigious club. I see this as a fantastic opportunity, and I wanted to be part of it. That's why I chose this project. What are your thoughts? Do you agree with Mbeumo's decision to join Manchester United? What do you think about the connection between chess and football? Share your opinions in the comments.